Here we go, this is the big game of the season. The Steelers at 9-3 hosting the Ravens at 9-3. It's the fight for the number one spot in the AFC North. Not actually the fight for the first seed in the AFC, as I believe somebody else has that right now. But of course it could turn into that just as easily. But right now it's the division. Injured for the Steelers is Sean Davis, 88 rated strong safety for them, and Damon Harrison, 87 rated left end. Let's see if we can take advantage of those injuries on defense. We're going to do what we do best. We're going to run the ball, throw the ball around wildly after that. Some of them will be on target, and we may just win this game. Of course, George Connor's still missing. Had a big game against them the last time, if I remember correctly. So we'll miss him, but hopefully we'll be able to make up for his absence with some good play from these other guys we've got on the team who are looking to make a name for themselves. And of course, Juju Smith-Schuster, released by this team somehow, still always looking for revenge. A sold-out crowd here for what is undoubtedly the biggest game of the season so far, and the Steelers are starting it off with the ball, and they're looking to pass here. Ben Roethlisberger looking to push it deep downfield, but Casey Jacobs was there, makes the pick, first play of the game, ended up playing receiver on that play, Antonio Brown having to defend him, and he makes a great interception. So on 1st and 10, we run the ball. Trayvon Bromley breaking the first tackle, finding space, getting tackled after he makes it over the 35-yard line. And now on 3rd and 9, we're going to pass for this first down, and Van Dyke just misses Stokes. He was open, but he couldn't find him. 2nd and 10 now, Roethlisberger on the ball. He's rolling out, looking to run, but we get him there, stop him getting anything, and the flag was a holding penalty, but they still managed to move the ball, and they get the first down here on a quick pass, and now 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Roethlisberger looking to run again, and that's what he does. Hunter Washington comes in with the hit. Roethlisberger holds onto the ball and absorbs that hit, but on 3rd and inches, a great quick play from Tim Williams to come in from behind and bring down Le'Veon Bell. So they had to settle for this field goal. We tried to get it here on 1st and 10, a deep pass, and Jakeem Grant couldn't make the catch. Then Jaquan Barber running and picking up the first down on 3rd and 3. 2nd and 9, looking to pass again. Throwing this one to the corner for Juju Smith-Schuster. At least, throw it out of the reach of the receiver so the cornerback can't get it either. Then over the middle, 3rd and 9. Jakeem Grant does make that catch. And then on 3rd and goal, looking to punch it in here. We've got to get a touchdown, take the lead, and that is exactly what we do with the feet of Philip Van Dyke. So now the score 7-3, and on 3rd and 2, Keelan Hardwick coming in with a nice stop. So we've got the ball 3rd and 3 going for a screenplay here. Trayvon Bromley has to break that tackle, and that's exactly what he does. Picks up the first down, 3rd and inches. Huge hole for Jaquan Barber. Finds space to the left. He's now gets taken down. He looked like he was off to the races, but got caught from behind. 1st and 10. Philip Van Dyke rolling out. He's continuing to roll out. DeMarcus Parker makes a nice block for him, and he picks up a good first down. 2nd and 10 from the 11. And looking to throw it here for Juju Smith-Schuster. I see what he was trying to do. There was a whole bunch of space, the left corner of the end zone, but it was kind of just thrown exactly where everybody was stood. Could have made Juju Smith-Schuster move for the ball a little bit more. Now in the second half, and on 3rd and 5, DeMarcus Parker can't make that catch for the first down. Should really, for how much time he had with the ball, be called a fumble. And then a great catch there. Sometimes Hunter Washington, he was in great coverage. Sometimes they'll just make an even better throw and catch. But on 3rd and 9, we managed to hold them there. So the score now 7-6, and we're trying to move the ball again, but Jakeem Grant cannot make another catch there as he's hit. 3rd and 21. Rolling out to the right now. Probably shouldn't have thrown this. Definitely shouldn't have thrown this. He's got decent throw and run, but also, that small drop in accuracy and the fact that it's a very risky play to make anyway just isn't a good idea and shouldn't be made. Now on 3rd and 3, giving the ball to Jaquan Barber again. Breaks the first tackle. Gets tackled after getting a first down, but he gets another chance here to get more, and he does do that. 9 yards, but he's injured. So 2nd and 1, we've got Trayvon Bromley, and of course it's not a bad choice whatsoever. It's actually still the first choice. We were just giving Jaquan Barber some more carries. 3rd and 8, trying to pop that one in quickly, and Juju Smith-Schuster can't make that catch. Usually, if he gets his hands on it, he'll do a good job of getting a catch. Roethlisberger rolling out here, but Rashad Bass was all over that one. He saw him moving and got to him quickly. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger having to move again. The pressure's pretty good, but Roethlisberger's also pretty good at moving, and he finds an open man there after he bought himself enough time. 3rd and 11 now, looking to run again. He can't find an open receiver, and he gets sacked there, so it's a great play from our defense. And we have the ball here on 3rd and 1, and you will see Trayvon Bromley running for the touchdown. He really didn't need to do that, but I guess he's got a hankering for trucks now. Didn't used to have that many of them. Now he's going for him. 2-point conversion we go for. Gets stuck on his lineman, but Philip Van Dyke manages to get out of there. Everybody's chasing him, but he's just too fast, and he gets in the corner. We get the 2-point conversion. The score 18-15. 3 minutes left in this game. Roethlisberger trying to run again, but the ball comes out. It was Rashad Bass that knocked it out. Hunter Washington picks it up and is tackled into the end zone. What a great sequence of plays from the two middle linebackers there. Roethlisberger has been moving around all day long, and we make him pay for that one. 3rd and 1, looking for the pass, and Marlon Humphrey should have picked that one off. We've given him some time covering Antonio Brown, and he's done a pretty decent job. There on 2nd and 1, we get a sack. It's 1st and 10 now with 40 seconds left in this game. The score 25-15, so it isn't really a problem at this point anyway, and we sack them. They don't have a chance here. 8 seconds. 3rd and 6. They didn't have a chance anyway, but Rashad Bass finishes off a great day with an interception here. Call that a forced fumble, a sack, and a pick. All right, there we go. 25-15, and an absolutely... Well, let's stop describing Philip Van Dijk's performances. He can run the ball well, we'll say that much. His rating today, 10.8. Fantastic. On the ground, Trayvon Bromley, 19 for 116 yards and a touchdown. Jaquan Barber, before going injured, I think he was able to come back actually, 7 for 51 yards. And Philip Van Dijk, 7 for 54, a touchdown as well, a 2-point conversion as well. Receiving, well, yeah, we saw the passing, we don't need to look at receiving. Let's look at the defense, because some guys were making plays here. Rashad Bass and Hunter Washington, our 2 middle linebackers, leading the team in tackles. Let's take a look at the sacks. We had a few of those. 2 for Rashad Bass, 1 for Tyce Bowser, 1 for Mike Richardson, half a sack for Bernard Cooper and Hunter Washington. Interceptions, 1 for Sherrod Bass, 1 for Rashad Bass, 1 for Casey Jacobs. Of course, that Casey Jacobs one came very early in the game. Forced fumbles, another one for I keep calling him Sherrod Bass. Why? Who knows? Rashad, that is his name. The fumble recovered by Hunter Washington, taken back for a touchdown. But Rashad Bass, of course, is playing here for Rookie of the Year. And 2 turnovers in this game may well give him a very good advantage in that vote. So that's exactly what we wanted out of this season. 6 division games, 6 division wins. So now we've got to scout some players, then move on to next week where we'll be playing the Bills. A moment scouting players, we're looking at cornerbacks, and I'll show you once we've had a good look. So we've had a look at the first stat of all of these guys. What we're looking for is a B in either man or zone, doesn't matter, and then a C plus in whichever one is the other one. So for example, Joseph Qualis, B plus man coverage. All he needs is a C plus in zone coverage, and he'll be a good player. So anyone with below C obviously doesn't interest us, and anyone with like B plus press we can still take a look at, because they could have a zone coverage or man coverage. That's B. One thing I quickly saw when I was down here, we go down here, and where was it? Here's a B minus in the 7th round. Not sure about that one. There was a good one. Here, B plus man coverage in the 6th round. CJ Falk. That could be good, but he's man to man, so maybe his zone drops off. But of course, I'll take a look at these. 4th round as well. That's where I think we're going to be looking for our guys, because of course 1st round we're not going to have much looking. We're going to have a late pick. We're only going to have 1 pick as far as I remember, unless we manage to do something. We're going to have a few extra later round picks, but not many either. So we've got to find value this year. It's no more getting a bunch of picks, it's having to make good ones. So here we go, 6th round. Like I said, CJ Falk, not looking bad. Of course, the combine comes into it, the 3-cone. And of course the 40-yard dash, because you want a fast guy. Even if his 3 cones alright, you might have a low 40-yard dash. But CJ Falk, we can add him right now straight away to the watch list. So not much there. There's 1 guy in the 1st round and potentially 1 guy here in the 6th round, which would be great. We use a 3rd, 4th round pick on him, and we've got him for sure. So moving on to the next week, and returning from injury, we've got Kurt Weeks ready to put back in the depth chart. Let's put him back at the number 1 spot. Of course, not as good as DeMarcus Parker, who I think I've been calling Devontae Parker. Have I? Probably. Anyway, DeMarcus Parker is at number 2. Not because of his overall, but because Kurt Weeks has superstar development and also is a little bit faster. Why wouldn't we use him? So here we are, week 15. Obviously, we're going to take a look at the Bills team, but first, I want to look a little bit more at some players. But first, we're going to look at the news. So let's take a look at the stories. Bernard Bradham joins the exclusive club of Heisman winning. That's not an exclusive club anymore. Every single year, this series so far, a defensive player has won the Heisman Trophy. That is just a trend now. You can stop calling it exclusive. That's 3 years in a row. But anyway, that is enough of that. Let's take a look at this Buffalo Bills team. We're doing very well right now, 10-3. Can we finish the season 13-3? I don't know, but we're going to try. And let's also take a quick look again at Philip Van Dijk's XP and see if we can't do something right now rather than continuing to wait. So for the Bills, Tyrod Taylor, still their quarterback, still looking fast, of course, so, look out for that. The wide receiver, Sammy Watkins, still on the team, then Dante Moncrief, and then rookie Darian Ponder, 82 overall, 91 speed, 90 acceleration. He looks a little better only stats-wise, only rather overall-wise than George Connor, but George Connor's been injured and we don't upgrade him until later on anyway. The right guard, second-year player Graham Keithley, and the right tackle rookie Tucker Stein. Left end, second-year player Ravone Fletcher. Marcel Darius still playing for the team as well, and Reggie Ragland still playing for the team as well. At cornerback, Ronald Darby, you heard it already, still playing for the team, and 97 overall, of course. He's a guy we brought in the fire sale franchise. He did very well for us. Tre'Davious White, the second guy, 89 overall. They've got two good cornerbacks, and then it drops off quite significantly for their third guy. I'm not going to say anything about taking advantage of anybody, though. Eric Weddle at free safety for him. So, we've got a returning player. Hopefully, we can only hope that maybe he ran out of his contract with the previous team, because I don't remember who we sent where. And that's not him returning, but it probably is. We're probably in trouble there, and at strong safety, it's Eric Reed. So, here we go. We are looking for a new Philip Vandiat. We've been working with him on his accuracy in training. Now, an 81 overall. We're expecting different things from you. You're not a under 80 overall rookie anymore. You're an over 80 overall rookie. That's different weight on your shoulders. And let's see what we can get. Let's see, you know, right now, I would say his incompletions have been 50%, and it's still, this is bad, 50% wild miss throws, which, you know, that should be much lower, but also 50% drops. Well, to be fair, there's also somewhere in between where it's just, you know, passes being broken up or things like that. But still, it's very much still guys not holding on to the ball. So it's not all him to blame, but we've got to get rid of those wild, inaccurate throws. If we get rid of those and it's still being dropped, that's fine. We'll bring in some new players for you. And when George Connor comes back, the problem is erased. And he will be back for the playoffs, don't you forget that. But you are Philip Vandiat, the first overall pick, the quarterback that was traded up for with probably the wrong combination of picks that cost your team, the Ravens, the ability to also pick up a superstar cornerback, which they wanted to do and couldn't do, all because they traded up for you. So do not make them look for another quarterback. Do not make them regret it, because right now is the first time we've thought about that. So let's get into this game. Philip Vandiat, let's get this thing going. Firstly, I'd like to take a second to apologize for the repeated words. I don't know why that's happening, but, you know, that's the way it is. We take a look at the playoff picture here. We are number one in the AFC right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars, hot on our tail. We just overtook them. So every win matters at this point, because the first seed is what we are playing for. And on 1st and 10, they tried to roll out, but we were straight on it with a blitz, and we bring him down with a sack. 1st and 10 from the 39. They tried to throw it here to the tight end, but it was Terrence Brooks in coverage on him. Tyrod Taylor will be able to catch him, but we brought in Terrence Brooks to cover the tight end on that play, and he does exactly what he was supposed to do. He was underneath the route the whole time. Now Philip Vandiat running and sliding, keeping the ball safe, but we do have a 3rd and goal on 20, and watch what he does here. He rolls out. He doesn't really see anything. He passes it short and keeps the ball safe. We get 3 points. He didn't force anything. Great play from him in that respect. Now, LaShawn McCoy, we know he can do this. He's now off to the races with our only man who can catch him is Rashad Peters, so we knew he was going to catch him. 3rd and 5 now for Taylor. He's going to look to run for it. We always have a problem here, but he gets hit by Kewan Hardwick. Forced fumble recovery by Terrence Brooks. 2 turnovers for him already, and it's only the first quarter. We can take a look at this again in slow motion. Let's see if that ball came out. You can see it moves. It looked like he was still holding on to it, but unfortunately we did have to punt from our 14-yard line on 4th and 1. We just can't risk it that close to our own end zone, but Kalen Borum came in with a big hit, but he was able to hold on to it. Now Jaquan Barber, we know what he can do, and he does it there on Eric Weddle. Breaks through the next tackle as well, gets a block, and now he's off to the races. He's not the fastest man, but he looks like he'll be fast enough in for the touchdown. What a huge run. He did this a couple of times in his rookie season, and he does it again here. You just cannot stop the man. One-on-one, you don't want to be there. 3rd and 7, and Tyrod Taylor looks to run for it, does run for it. Got a good block from Sammy Watkins, to be fair. 2nd and 8, we go for a rollout here. Having to throw that one deep quickly. Stokes may have a chance here, and that's just absolutely impeccable play from the cornerback, pushing him out of bounds. That would have been a touchdown. A quick pass out there to Kurt Weeks. He's back, and he makes a play there for the 1st down. And on 1st and 10, we're running with Trayvon Bromley. He's weaving through traffic, and he gets in for the touchdown. The Bills do not have an answer for our running game right now, and the running backs are just absolutely playing inspired. Look at him just weaving through all the traffic. 2nd and 11 for the Bills now. Taylor looking to roll out, looking to throw. He does complete. No, he doesn't complete it, and it's picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's got himself a pick. He's got himself blocks. He breaks that ankle tackle, and Kewan Hardwick was trying to help him by blocking, but he actually ended up probably getting him tackled. But what a great play there. Just be the first man to the ball. You don't have to make a great play to get the pick. You just have to make a good play. And then we see here, you know, we made the good decision on the previous play. Similar situation this time. We don't. We try to force it and we don't get it. 3rd and 18 now. We're in the second half. Throwing it here. Jakeem Grant again doesn't catch that. Gets hit, doesn't catch it. So now we see Sammy Watkins waiting for it. We got him the last time. Let's see if we get him here. No, 1 missed tackle. There's 3 missed tackles now. 4, 5, 6. That's 6 missed tackles. He might just take this all the way, but he's finally caught. Kalen Borum, actually the man who also comes back and helps bring him down. Then on 3rd and 4, they do manage to get the touchdown. The blitz didn't come in time. The coverage was good, but he just managed to make a good catch. Now, 1st and 10, everybody's doing well on their end. Tariq Cohen managing to pick up a bunch of yards. They cannot stop our running game, and we start again with Trayvon Bromley here. Finds himself a gap. Can he go all the way? No, he gets tackled by the ankles. Brought down, but they really cannot stop us. Jaquan Barber again going now. Just gets stopped at the 2-yard line, a 15-yard run. And he fumbles the ball here. We do recover it. So that's the first time they made a good play against our running game. And on 3rd and goal, we quickly roll out. Had to get that pass out to Zach Ortiz. Settle for 3. It's all right. The score is 20-7. LaShawn McCoy now on 3rd and 7. They try to trick us with a draw. I'll let you in on a secret. You can't trick Hunter Washington. Here we go for it on 3rd and 7, and Juju Smith-Schuster just makes a great catch, being tightly covered. 3rd and 5. We couldn't get it out, and we had to settle for another field goal. So 23-7 the score now, but you may have not even noticed that it was an interception by Kalen Borum. Just watch him play this perfectly. Plays the receiver first. You'll see him with his hands on him, but he's the only one looking towards the quarterback, the only one waiting for the ball. The receiver never expected it, and he makes the play. 1st and 10 from the 16 now. Throwing it for Juju Smith-Schuster, and even though Juju Smith-Schuster had the right side of the receiver, was the first man there, wasn't able to make the catch. Probably maybe shouldn't have been thrown. That's what happens when you've already thrown 1 interception, no touchdowns, and you try and, you know, even up those numbers. We can't do that. We can't be forcing things around. 23-7, it might not matter, but we still shouldn't be doing it. 1st and goal. Tyra Taylor running around, but we managed to sack him. 3rd and goal now. Rolling to the right again, looking to pass here, but Kewan Hardwick gets it. He's already had a forced fumble. He now has an interception. He tried to run back into the end zone here and ends up taking a safety. Score 23-9 with 5 seconds left. This will be their last play on 4th and 10. It's incomplete, and we win the game. Okay, so that's definitely not the game I envisioned when I, called for Philip Van Dijk to step up. But maybe, he needs another week of training, because we threw this on him suddenly. We said, oh, by the way, Philip, you're good now. So, 47% completion percentage, 2 interceptions. We'll take a look at the drops. So he did have 9 incompletions, but we'll take a look at how many of those were drops. Take away 2 interceptions, just because technically you can't say they're inaccurate passes. They could just be bad passes that allowed someone to get in front of it. So we'll take away 2 interceptions, 7 more incompletions. Let's see how many of those were drops, because there were some. We're trying to, find ways to excuse Philip Van Dijk here, but only in terms of when he's actually hitting people and it's not caught. There's still passes, that shouldn't be thrown, that's for sure, but that's a different story. Didn't matter anyway, because running was working so ridiculously well. Trayvon Bromley, 14 attempts, 80 yards, 1 touchdown, 5.7 yards per carry. Jaquan Barber, that's his first big-time touchdown run since the first few weeks of his rookie season. 12 attempts, 139 yards, 11.5 yards per carry, a touchdown. And Philip Van Dijk, 5 for 40. Tariq Cohen, 2 for 24. There's a couple of fumbles there, just ignore those. Receiving, Juju Smith-Schuster did alright, 2 for 25. Ashley Stokes with a big one, 2 for 51. Kurt Weeks had a little bit of a go as well. Pantheon wasn't going well. So drops, let's see. There is 3 drops. Now, I would probably count 1 or 2 more than I can think of from players that aren't even here. So even with 3, that's only 4 incompletions. So that's 14 passes that were where they were supposed to be, 4 that weren't. So that's not that bad. Maybe, we just need to really, really simplify what we're doing with him and, just concentrate on making the right decisions. Tackles, team leaders, we got Rashad Bass, Rashad Peters, and Rashad Hardwick. Kewan Hardwick, of course. Let's take a look at the sacks. 2 for Tim Williams, 1 for Rashad Bass, 1 for Terrence Brooks. Interceptions, we got plenty of those today. I thought it was 3. It was 4. 1 for Marlon Humphrey, 1 for Terrence Brooks, 1 for Kewan Hardwick, 1 for Kalen Borum. Now, of course, Kewan Hardwick, a slight error in judgment of thinking he was able to be able to beat those guys for speed back out of the end zone. But, that late in the game, you can excuse it. Doesn't really matter. We also have pass deflections we have a ton of, but we also have forced fumbles, 1 by Kewan Hardwick. The rookies. Last week it was Rashad Bass, interception, forced fumble. This week is Kewan Hardwick, interception, forced fumble. They really are fighting here against each other for Defensive Rookie of the Year. It'll be interesting to see who wins. Of course, we'd like them all to win, but that's impossible. Kick returns, punt returns, nothing there this week. So that does it for this one. Let's take a look at the player who's regressed quickly, but we'll finish it off there pretty much. Philip Van Dijk, again, intercept 4 times. That's another thing. Let's admit that the guy's not having the best time. Poor Philip Van Dijk. Hopefully he'll still win Offensive Rookie of the Year because he is playing well and he is winning games, and he has won a few games off the strength of his arm. It's not just all been running. But, you know, it could also be better. Oh, actually, we can advance the week straight away. Let's head over to the Texans just because we can see. I don't think Connor comes back this week. Can he become... Oh, he can come back this week, though. Do we bring him back? I don't think so. You know, that's always a decision. We'll make that decision in the next episode. The Texans 8-6. They'll be a good team. But, Mr. Van Dijk, we're going to need it all from you. George Connor does add a lot to the offense, and I expect a big difference when he comes back. But until then, it's on your shoulders, Van Dijk. And that is it for this episode.